Hi, it's Lon Welsh at Your Castle Real Estate, and first-time buyers are often sort of interested in finding about how does the search process work to buy a house. And we've got a couple graphics that will help you get a lot more detail on how the process works. Probably one of the most important ones though, and the one that is really the one that's most in the entire control of the buyer, is deciding what's my search funnel going to look like. And that's just taking, we've got these 5,000 homes on the market if we're lucky. Currently it's like 3,400, but normally it's closer to 5,000. And then thinking through what are the attributes that I'd really love to have in this new house. Which geography do I want to be in? What school district does it feed into? How big? Do I need to have a fireplace? How many bedrooms? Much of a yard or whatever else? And figuring out the trade-offs to you. Initially, of course, you'll want to have a very long list of an amazing set of features, and when you find out what the home tends to price that meets all those needs, it'll always be like twice what you can afford. And it doesn't matter if you're like a luxury buyer with $1 million house. Their expectations are, when they list it all out, that house will cost $2 million. And for a first-time buyer who can afford $400, all the stuff they want always costs $800. It's like some principle of psychology that I don't completely understand. When you get that sticker shock out of the way, you'll need to make trade-offs about, well, maybe instead of this neighborhood, I could be in that neighborhood, and maybe I could get by with 3 bedrooms instead of 4, and maybe this school district is just about as good as that one, but these prices are 20% less. You can start making some really intelligent trade-offs. And when you do that, your search funnel is going to go from this huge number of thousands of homes that are on the market that could be a prospect for you to look at, to a smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller number. And ideally then you'll just end up with a handful that really seem to meet most of your requirements. And of course, those will be the ones that you look at in depth online and then probably go to see in person. The National Association of Realtors does a study of buyers and sellers each year, and one of the questions they ask the buyers is, how many homes did you look at before you actually found the one that you liked and wrote an offer on and then went on to purchase? And the answer is usually around 12. It goes up a little bit or a little bit down every year, but it's in the range of 10 to 14 most years. So somewhere in that range of 12 homes is probably what you'll look at before you find the one that you really, really like a lot. The other thing to focus on if this is your first home is that it's usually not going to be your forever home. Most people in America trade up several times throughout their life as their kids get older and their school needs change, or their job might get transferred to a different location within the city and they want to relocate to be closer to minimize commute time. So your first home doesn't have to be the perfect home or your forever house. Get something that meets your needs well currently is a much better deal at meeting your requirements than the place you're renting right now, and you'll probably be very happy with your outcome.